Welcome in, everybody, to Mount Juliet High School for the final day of the Mount Juliet Thanksgiving Classic here in Mount Juliet. I'm Jacob Vincent on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel as the Upperman Lady Bees get set to take on the Watertown Lady Tigers here in the third place game of the Mount Juliet Thanksgiving Classic. Both these teams playing in the semifinals yesterday, losing in the semifinals yesterday. Two really good basketball games, though. For Watertown, they fell to Blackman in their semifinal game here in the Mount Juliet Thanksgiving Classic yesterday, 54-51, a game that they were leading by a good margin in the second half. Ultimately fell in that one to a very good Blackman team and fall here into the third place game. For the Upperman Lady Bees, they had a valiant effort trying to win it on a last-second shot at the end of regulation in their semifinal matchup against Mount Juliet, the hosting school. They would go to overtime and ultimately fall in overtime 57-52. So both these teams falling here into the third place game. We're just about ready for tip-off on the other side as we continue on with the Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate pregame show. Back after this on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Basketball on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this 3-bed, 2-bathroom home in the desirable Poplar Point subdivision in Rickman. This home sits on just under an acre with a 2-car garage and over 1,500 square feet of living space. It's the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Back here at Mount Juliet High School as we continue on and conclude, I should say, with the Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate pregame show. Let's bring you the starting lineups brought to you by the South Willow Auto Clinic. For the Upperman Lady Bees, same starting lineup for them. Cassie Crouch, Sadie South, Taylor Delunte, Gracie Butler, and Maggie Butler. For the Watertown Purple Tigers, Daly Height, Izzy Burns, Molly Followill, Macy Braillia, and Juliana Pruitt. The Watertown Lady Purple Tigers in their home white uniforms. They'll be the home team on the scoreboard today. The Upperman Lady Bees in their road grays underway here in the third place game of the Mount Juliet Thanksgiving Classic. Watertown with the first possession of the basketball game. Mentioned both these teams losing in their semifinal games, coming here into this third place game. And Watertown, a 2A team a year ago, jumping up to now the 3A classification as a foul is going to be whistled on the Lady Bees inside. This one's going on Maggie Butler. It's going to be her first personal and going to be 2 free throws here for Watertown at the line. I mentioned this Watertown team. They were a 5-2A team last year, part of the district with Smith County, York. And now jump up to the 3A classification where they'll join Macon County in a district, DeKalb County in there as well. And the second free throw will go up and through for the Purple Tigers as Braillia finds her first bucket of the ball game. So Upperman now back with it, trailing 1-0, just underway. First 30 seconds here in this opening quarter. Today's broadcast brought to you by Gentry's Power Equipment. Appreciate that for being the presenting sponsor of Upperman Basketball all season long. Gracie Butler cannot get the bucket to go. Watertown pushes the other way. Here's Braillia, top of the key. We'll throw it over to Pruitt on the right wing. A Watertown team that won 20 games a season ago but fell in the region quarterfinals to Westmoreland and had their season cut short. Went 4-4 in 5-2A district play. Give it on the top of the key. Braillia catches at the elbow. Throw it over to Height here on the right wing. Looks down low into the hands of Burns. Skip it out to Followill for a deep three, and it goes from that left wing side. Upperman looks to push. Crouch will give it ahead. Delunte off to Butler. And she'll fly it away. Delunte knocks it down and gets the answer. It's Asanya Brown with American Away Real Estate triple and makes it 4-3 here in the first. Taylor Delunte with a good answer. Watertown back with it. 6:30 remaining here in the first. Nice drive by Followill, but she misses at the stripe, or at the rim, I should say. And the Lady Bees will push the other way. Here is Butler. Gives it off. Gracie drives in. A whistle before the shot. Going to be called on the floor. And the first foul on Watertown here in the first quarter. That one's going on Juliana Pruitt. That's her first, and Lady Bees will inbound. Delenti takes it out on the left baseline. Wide open. Gracie Butler right to the basket, lays it up and in for two. Easy bucket there for Gracie Butler for her first two. 19 points in each of the last two contests. Of course, the dominant win against Stewart's Creek in the quarterfinal round, 72-20. It was never close, as they were able to pull away after that first quarter. She didn't even play in the second half after tweaking her ankle a little bit, but she's good to go here these last couple of games. Deep one on the way from Pruitt. That one's off the right side of the iron. Great box out underneath, but an even better rebound for Burns, who pulls it out for the Lady Tigers. And Watertown has it again. 5-4 lead for Upperman here in the first. 5:30 remaining in the first quarter. Nice shot fake by Braille. She'll get inside, draws a little bit of contact. The rebound by Maggie Butler. Here come the Lady Bees. Maggie will bring it ahead here on the near sideline. Hands it off. Delenti lets it fly again. In and out that time. And the rebound, Followell will push. Watertown with it. Followell in the transition underneath. Lost it. And it's going to stay with the Purple Tigers underneath. T.T. Carson will check in for the first time. She had a great day yesterday. 10 points, a career high for her. Added in 6 rebounds in there as well. 5-4 early on advantage for the Lady Bees here in this third place game against Watertown. The Mount Juliet Thanksgiving Classic. Braille inside, fading around, off the window, too strong. And a good rebound for Taylor Delenti. Here come the Lady Bees. Delenti across the timeline on the top of the key. Throws it around to Carson. Carson will put it on the deck, hands it off. South from way downtown, tees it up but can't get it to go. And it's rebounded by Watertown. Couple of misses for the Bees in the offensive half, and Watertown been able to rebound well. Followell will set up the offense, throws to Braille, and around it goes to Burns. Puts it on the deck with the right hand, beg your pardon, that's Height. Now in the corner, Pruitt. And back up top for Followell. Here is Burns. Followell again as Braille tries to post up inside on that right block. 4:20 remaining here in the first. Elbow pass for Braille. Throws it down low. Turning around. Burns will put it up and in. So Izzy Burns finds her first bucket of the ball game. And Upperman back with it now, trailing by 1. 6-5 with 3:59 remaining here in the opening quarter. Cassie Crouch. A little bit of trouble out near the half-court line, into the backcourt. They're saying it's not deflected, and it will be a backcourt violation and a turnover for the Lady Bees. Live here on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel today, one day before Thanksgiving. Hope everyone out there is having a great week so far. Noah is on the road. He'll be in Lexington this evening as the Tennessee Tech men's basketball team will take on the Wildcats. Coming up at 6 o'clock Central Time. You can listen to it on 106.1 The Eagle. These are only 2 basketball games today, one of the few days with just 2 games. Of course, we'll have the boys' game coming up afterwards. They'll take on the Portland Panthers in the third-place game on the boys' side. Watertown with the ball. They've got a 1-point lead with 3:35 remaining here in the first. Here's Followell, top of the key. We'll throw it on the left wing. Braille, tough pass, knocked away, diving on the floor. Carson and able to pull it out of there. Here's Delenti now with the basketball. She'll push ahead as she brings it across the timeline. Hands it off to Carson, who penetrates. She lost it, and Followell takes it away. Watertown back with the basketball. 3:13 remaining here in the first quarter. Throw it into the newly checked-in Willard, a freshman on the right wing. She gets it back again on that right side up against the Upperman defense. They've dropped back in their zone. Willard will hand it off. Baseline jumper from Braille, way off the mark, but it's rebounded on the backside by Height, and now reset it. Willard. Baseline again, Braille, skip pass. Here's Height on the left wing for a 3 try. That one's too strong. Rebounds and a foul called on the Purple Tigers. This one's going on Izzy Burns. That'll be her first. Gracie Butler re-enters. Another sub coming in for Watertown as well. Cassie Crouch will get a rest. Briley Bowers, another freshman, checking in for the first time for this Watertown team. Glad to have you along on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. Leave us a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. Make sure you hit that share button and like the stream. If you're tuned in on Facebook, you can subscribe to the channel on YouTube as well. Here's a Delenti 3 from the top of the key. In and out, no. And Upperman struggling to get the offense going here with 2:24 remaining in the first quarter. They trail by 1, 6-5. Skip it over to Willard. It was poked away by Delenti. Now stolen away by Butler. She stepped in front. She'll take it the other way. Gracie Butler by herself with the right hand. Tosses it up there. No. Rebound down to Carson. She had it knocked free. And Followell now has it underneath. In some trouble, though. She tries to step through and a foul. Upperman tagged with it. It's going on Gracie Butler. That'll be her first personal. Bellafai will check in for the first time. 2:03 remaining here in the opening quarter between the Lady Tigers and the Lady Bees. Followell throws it ahead. This is Willard into the front court now for Watertown. Dumps it down low, and Braille had it tied up. Upperman thought they had a jump ball, but they're calling a foul on the Lady Bees. And this one, they get on TT Carson. So Pruitt at the line, knocks down the first. It's a 7-5 advantage after Carson picks up her first personal. And 2 for 2 from the stripe. It's a 3-point lead for the Lady Tigers here in the first. 1:50 to go here in this first quarter. Carson across the timeline up that right side. Hands off to South and around to Delenti. She looks inside. Here's Maggie Butler now right back to Delenti. Thinks about the three, backs it up and puts it on the deck. Down low, Maggie Butler. A nice catch. Now pulls it back out on the perimeter. She'll bring it around to Delenti. And she'll back it up towards that half-court line. Carson will reset the offense. 1:24 remaining here in the first quarter. Upperman trailing by 3 against Watertown. Delenti on the drive. Right to the basket. Lays it up and in for 2. Nice drive by Taylor Delenti, who gets her second bucket here in this first quarter. She's got 5 points, and it's an 8-7 lead for Watertown. Up ahead is Willard here on the right wing. Bellafai right in front of her. And now back out to Followell. 1 minute to go in this first quarter. Watertown been moving the ball well, been able to use their size inside with Pruitt and Braille. Followell and around. Back over to Height, who will fire the 3. Height knocks it down again. Second made 3 for, or first made 3 for Daly Height from that left wing. 11-7 now the lead for Watertown. Carson, backdoor South. She gets hammered, and a foul is called on the Lady Tigers. This one's going to be called on Briley Bowers, her first. Upperman will inbound on that right baseline side. 30 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, trailing by 4. Delenti up top, it goes to Maggie Butler. Brings it around to Crouch, who is back in. Hands off 5. There's Maggie Butler. She'll let it fly. Butler off the back of the iron. Rebound tipped around. Delenti fighting for it. Gets it. Throws it up and finishes. Taylor Delenti doing everything she can to keep Upperman in it here in the first quarter. As they struggle offensively. Now she comes up with a steal with 10 seconds remaining here in the first. South on the right wing. 7 seconds. Back to Delenti with 5. Delenti puts it on the deck and drives. Left hand and a foul with 1 second. And all the time ran off. There should be about 1.5, maybe 2 seconds. And it's going to be 2 free throws here as the foul was called on Maddie Willard. Taylor Delenti will be at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line for a couple of tries. And they put 3 seconds on the clock. And now they're going to run it down. They're trying to add just a little bit. They're struggling down there. Now they get 0.3 on the timer, and Delenti will be at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line for 2. The first one is up and through. Delente will have one more to try to tie it here with 0.3 on the clock. And misses the second, and we've reached the end of the first quarter. Watertown leads by 1, 11-10 in the Mount Juliet Thanksgiving Classic third-place game. You're watching it presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and get your vehicle serviced by their highly trained professionals. Right now, you can save money on oil changes, regular maintenance, and battery installation. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network. Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookeville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookeville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network.
Second quarter about to get underway. Lady Bees trail by 1, 11-10 here in Mount Juliet. It's the third place game of the Mount Juliet Thanksgiving Classic. Lady Bees start with a basketball first. Here is Gracie Butler on the left wing. Gives to Delente, top of the key. Delente with 8 points in that first quarter to keep Upperman in it. Struggled a little bit offensively to knock down some shots, and defensively weren't able to slow down Watertown enough. Did give up just 11 points, normally pretty solid, but of course Coach McWilliams wants that to be a little bit better. Here's Delente on the right wing. Throws it over to Crouch. Nice jab, she'll drive, gets inside, and it's poked away by Followell. Followell will push the other way now for the Lady Tigers. Up ahead on that left wing, 40 seconds into this second quarter. Around to Pruitt. And gives to Borrelia. She'll look inside. Nice catch underneath by Burns. Turns around. It goes out of bounds, and it's staying with Watertown. The South Willow Auto Clinic are your hometown auto doctors. Family owned and operated for over 4 decades. The South Willow Auto Clinic services all makes and models. Stop in at 640 South Willow Avenue for all your auto repair needs. Appreciate South Willow Auto Clinic being the starting lineup sponsor on Upperman Basketball season long. The turnaround jumper good for Borrelia in the lane, and they strike first here in this second quarter as Upperman will push the other way. Crouch, another nice move, steps back and skips. On the left wing, Delente for 3, missed it short. The rebound to Watertown. 13-10, they lead here in this second quarter. 6:43 remaining in the first half. Mentioned the Purple Tigers, a 2A team a year ago. They won 20 ball games, but only made it to the region quarterfinals where they fell to Westmoreland. They jump up to the 3A classification this year. They'll be with Macon County, DeKalb County, and Central Magnet in a district. On the left wing, Borrelia, shot fake, bounce off to Followell. Hand out over to Height. She lost it, and it's taken away. Upperman back with the basketball. See if they can take advantage of the turnover now. South to Butler. And give back out to Crouch, who will set it up. Maggie will put it on the deck with the left hand, hand off to Gracie. Gracie with a right-handed dribble, throws into the corner. Delente looks at the rim. Had an open look and didn't let it fly. Now Maggie will drive out to Delente. One more to South, who lets it fly. That one's a little too strong. And a rebound by Followell. Then she'll be fouled by the Lady Bees. That one's going to go on Maggie Butler. She picks up her second personal. T.T. Carson will check in for her. Maggie Butler rebounded the basketball at a very high rate in their game yesterday against Mount Juliet. And a career-high 17 rebounds in that one in overtime. Watertown leading 13-10 here in the second with 5:44 to play. Inside, and we're going the other way. T.T. Carson, good defense underneath, able to draw the offensive foul called on the Lady Tigers. And that one's going to be called on Daly Height. The sophomore picks up her first personal. 5:41 remaining here in the first half as Upperman looks to get it going offensively. Today's game presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. Appreciate them so much for being the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics, football, basketball. As we're just into the second week of basketball season, we've had a ton of games these first couple of weeks. It's been a lot of fun. Hopefully everyone's ready for Thanksgiving holiday tomorrow. Carson on the drive, can't finish. Crouch, a nice rebound, kicks it out to South and around to Butler. And Taylor Delenti will come get it and back it up. Hand it off to South, and up top Crouch. 5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Here's Carson. Butler will have it now. And throws it around to Delenti. Carson again. Hand off to Lenti, mishandles, and will back up. And Upperman is going to take a timeout. It's a quick cash pawn timeout by the Lady Bees to talk some things over here with 4:39 remaining in the second quarter. First timeout taken by the Lady Bees. Thompson Machinery and the Cat Rental Store, your one-stop shop for all your dirt, machinery, and aerial equipment needs, located at their new facility at 4314 Academy Road in Cookeville. They are a Caterpillar dealer who rents, sells, service, and provide parts. For rental needs, call Lane at 931-267-6380. And to buy, call Lucas at 931-979-5050. The quick cash pawn timeout, first one taken by the Lady Bees. The 30-second timeout here in this first half. A little bit stagnant offensively, moving the ball around, just haven't been able to find a good shot. So they burn the timeout with 4:39 remaining here in the first half. They trail by 3, 13-10. Haven't been able to turn Watertown over, haven't been able to get out and running in transition. The half-court offense hadn't quite been there just yet. Crouch will set it up out of the timeout. Throws to Butler on the right wing. Top of the key, Delenti open for three, just too strong, but an offensive board for South. Here's Butler and back out Delenti again. South got left open. They'll get it to her. She'll fly it away, and she'll hit. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate triple from the right side for Sadie South. It's her first bucket of the ball game and a big one for the Lady Bees. Now a steal by South, and she'll lay it up and in, and just like that, the Lady Bees lead by 2. 15-13, 4 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Followell on the run, gets all the way inside, knocked free, loose on the ground, tracked down by Burns. Here's Braille now in the paint. She'll take it in, and she'll be fouled. So it'll be 2 free throws on the way for Macy Braille. As I think they got that one on Gracie Butler. Braille's first is up and good. Bellafy will come in. And comes in for Butler. So it's Phi, Crouch, Delenti, South, and Carson, the 5 on the floor right now. Gracie and Maggie Butler both on the bench, each with 2 personals. Second free throw by Braille is good, and we're tied at 15 apiece. Pruitt will get a rest as Maddie Willard checks back in for the Lady Tigers. 3:53 remaining here in the second quarter of this third-place game, the Mount Juliet Thanksgiving Classic. Glad to have you along on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. Today's broadcast presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. Phi inside, just lost it out of bounds. Had a nice drive and a good look at the bucket, but couldn't get it up and in. And now the Lady Bees will show a little bit of full court pressure after the turnover. Followell has been able to break it pretty much all day long. Brings it into the front court here with 3:36 to play in the second quarter. Willard inside to Burns. Turnaround left-handed shot, no. Great rebound by T.T. Carson underneath. She'll bring it ahead now for the Lady Bees. Carson throws to South, skips it over to Lenti. She won't put it up, and she'll back it up. And now Crouch with the basketball. Here's Carson. Lenti will throw to Phi. She'll let it fly. That one's no good, and the rebound underneath taken out of there by Height. All knotted up at 15 apiece here in the second quarter. 3:05 remaining. Watertown basketball. Height will give to Willard and around to Followell. Followell skips it back over to Willard. Too high. It goes out of bounds, and that'll be Upperman ball the other way. Coming back in for Watertown, it's going to be one of their freshmen, and Briley Bowers checks in for Burns. Upperman ball and a tie game, 2:52 to play here in the second quarter. Make sure you stick around afterwards. We'll have the boys' game as well, as the Bees will take on Portland in the boys' third-place game. Portland fell in their semifinal to Whites Creek as Carson gets a nice drive and a bucket. And Upperman back up by 2 now, 17-15. Here's Watertown and turn it over. Carson picks up the basketball. Upperman pushing. At the elbow, flips it out. Around to Phi. Gives off to Delenti. Gets a screen. Here's Crouch. Gonna back it up. 2:10 remaining here in the second quarter. As Coach McWilliams will bark out the play call. Crouch will back it up and set it up. Carson catches. Here's Delenti off a screen. Looks right side to Carson. She drives, gets inside, and lays it in for 2. And now a timeout taken by Watertown and head coach Brenna Price. She's not too happy with her squad defensively. And it's going to be a full timeout. A quick cash call and timeout. 1:54 remaining here in the first half. We'll step aside. You're watching Upperman Basketball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
At the Quality family, we believe care isn't just a service, it's a promise.
Whether you're bouncing back from surgery, navigating a serious illness, or need essential equipment to stay independent,
We provide skilled home health, compassionate hospice, and reliable DME services right where you need them most. At home.
Covering communities in Kentucky and Tennessee, we're in your corner.
The Quality family. Trusted care right where life happens.
First timeout taken by Watertown. Full timeout. The quick cash paw and timeout. 1:54 remaining here in the second quarter. 19-15 lead for the Lady Bees after T.E.T. Carson gets her second bucket of the day on a nice drive underneath, and now a 4-point lead after 2 buckets by Carson. Not too many other games going on here on a Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving on the SK Creations scoreboard. Our scoreboard reads, though, 19-15. Upperman on top by 4. Followell will bring it across here for Watertown as the Lady Tigers get into the set. 1:40 remaining here in the first half of this third-place contest. This is Willard on the left wing, throws it inside, spinning around. Bowers, left hand, no. Carson, good rebound, good defense again. T.T. Carson has really played well early on this season. Kicks it out here to Delenti. Skips it around. Crouch is open for a 3 try. That one doesn't go, and a great rebound underneath by Followell, and then a foul called on Bella Phi. It's the first personal on Phi. The second foul, make it third team foul on the Lady Bees here in the second quarter with 1:17 to go. Followell races ahead into the front court. Now we'll slow it down. Watertown a little bit stagnant offensively. Only have the 4 points from Macy Braille so far. She has 2 at the free throw line and 1 field goal. More of what you expect to see from the Lady Bees defensively. Willard hands it off to Bowers, and a foul is going to be called on T.T. Carson again. Looked like pretty darn good defense by the junior. So Carson picks up her second personal. Now her, Gracie, and Maggie Butler all with 2 fouls. And at the line is going to be the freshman, Briley Bowers. Gets the first one to fall. Makes it a 1-possession game. 2 for 2 for Bowers, and it's 19-17. Watertown with the basketball, 55 seconds remaining here in the first half. Here's Phi, gives off to Delenti on the left wing. Right back to Phi, and around it goes to Crouch. Delenti again, now south. Phi looks, skips, Delenti fakes on the 3, gets inside, right hand, cannot get the finish. Rebounded by Watertown, but then thrown out of bounds, and it is going to be Upperman basketball. Tried to go a little too quickly after the rebound. Underneath, Carson a little bit shaken up. She's going to come off, so is Bella Phi, as Gracie and Maggie Butler each coming back on. Playing with 2 personals, but just 30.9 seconds remaining here in the first half. They've got the ball up by 2. 19-17 here in this first half. They'll get it into Crouch, who's going to run some of that clock down. Watertown trying to speed him up a little bit as they come out to guard. Butler up there with Crouch. She's got it here. Gracie hands it off to Cassie. 14 seconds to go here in the quarter. South right back to Crouch. Delenti now. Down low it goes to Gracie. Backdoor to Crouch, who puts it in for two. What a play. 3 seconds for Watertown. Followell races ahead, lets it fly, and a pretty good effort, but a 4-point advantage here at halftime for the Upperman Lady Bees. Cassie Crouch gets her first bucket of the day, and a good flurry of points there for the Lady Bees. They lead by 4 at the break. You're watching Upperman Basketball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They are also proud to sponsor Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing's Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Be sure to stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood, or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Sonia Brown is a full-service realtor and is licensed across the state of Tennessee, listing and selling residential and multifamily, land and farms, commercial and industrial properties. Sonia handles the sale from start to closing and beyond. Let her put her 30-plus years of experience to work for you. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate has been supporting student-athletes in the Upper Cumberland since 1990. You can reach Sonia Brown at 931-979-7145. Sonia Brown, realtor with American Way Real Estate, is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Legacy House is right here in the heart of Smithville. It's more than a boutique, it's a family story woven into every thread. I'm Amy Allen, and I started this place with my 3 beautiful daughters. We offer timeless pieces that feel both classic and bold. From rich textured clothing to one-of-a-kind accessories. This shop has a perfect mix of heritage with a modern edge. So come on down, you'll find more than just fashion. You'll find a place where legacy and style meet.
Located at 104 West Walnut Street in Smithville, stop by and see their selection Tuesday through Saturday. Legacy House is proud to be an all-inclusive sponsor of UCR.
Eminence Eagle Auction and Realty is proud to present an online-only auction featuring 20 acres in the countryside of Clinton County, Kentucky. This property has a stocked pond and is mostly wooded with marketable timber. You can bid on this auction at eagleauctions.com or call 931-526-5335 for more information. Bidding on this online-only auction ends December 4th at 12 noon. Eminence Eagle Auction and Realty is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Tee-Up is the Upper Cumberland's best indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art golf simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. Want to know where you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. They also have plenty of other games to enjoy time with friends. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teeupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee-Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate quality care for all patients from local people you can trust so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Turfmasters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turfmasters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookeville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future, it's what we do.
Halftime here at Mount Juliet High School, 21-17. Upperman leads at the break. The Lady Bees looking for their fourth win of the season here in the third-place game, the Mount Juliet Thanksgiving Classic, taking on Watertown here at Mount Juliet High School. They've got a 4-point advantage at the break. Slow offensive half for the Lady Bees, but still able to get a very balanced attack from 5 different players. 10 points in the first quarter, 11 more in the second. Defensively, much better in the second quarter as well. Only allowed 1 field goal in the second quarter from Watertown. Watertown only has 4 made field goals in the ball game. They've got 17 points right now. Let's bring you the scores from both sides. First for the Lady Bees, Taylor Delente leading the way with 8 points. Sadie South at 5 there in the second quarter. T.T. Carson with 4 off the bench. 2 points for Gracie Butler and 2 points for Cassie Crouch. Gracie Butler and Maggie Butler each with 2 personals in that first half, limited their playing time for a good portion of that first half and especially the second quarter. For the Watertown Lady Tigers, they've got 6 different players who have scored so far today. They're being led by Macy Braille. She's got 5 points on 1 made field goal. She's got a few free throws in there as well. 3 points for Daly Height and Molly Followell, and 2 points apiece for Izzy Burns, Juliana Pruitt, and Briley Bowers. 21-17, the halftime lead here for the Upperman Lady Bees. Quick check of the SK Creations scoreboard. Clark Range beat Harriman 55-36. Earlier on today, Sale Creek over Marion County 60-33. And mentioned not too many games going on a Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, so just a couple of ones there on the SK Creations scoreboard. We'll step aside when we come back. Second half is on the other side. You're watching Upperman Basketball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Basketball on UCR.
Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this 3-bed, 2-bathroom home in the desirable Poplar Point subdivision in Rickman. This home sits on just under an acre with a 2-car garage and over 1,500 square feet of living space. It's the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Second half about to get underway here in Mount Juliet. Watertown and Upperman in the third-place game of the Mount Juliet Thanksgiving Classic. Glad to have you along here on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. Jacob Vincent with you. It's a solo broadcast today. Noah McKay is down in Lexington. Up in Lexington, I should say. He's got Tennessee Tech and Kentucky coming up on 106.1 The Eagle at 6 o'clock, so still a couple hours removed from there. He's tuned in from Lexington. Welcome in wherever you're tuned in from. Let us know where you're tuned in from. Make sure you hit that share button and like the stream as well. Watertown starts with basketball first here in the second half. Braille trying to throw it along the perimeter, and that one too far for Followell, who couldn't get over in time to get to the pass. Actually, that was Braille who threw that one out of bounds. It'll be a turnover, and Upperman will have it pushing the other way now. First 30 seconds of this second half, they lead by 4. They trailed after the first quarter, 11-10. And still couldn't get the offense going a whole lot in the second, but able to take a 4-point lead into the break. Here is Delenti. She'll dump it down low. Nice catch by Butler, who finishes with the left hand. That's a tough finish for Maggie Butler, as now Watertown looks to push the other way. Maggie Butler's first points today against Watertown. Opens up the second half. Here's Pruitt on the left wing. She'll drive, wrap it around the baseline. 3 on the way from height on that right side and way off the mark. The rebound underneath for Butler. Crouch will now push ahead into the front courts. Cut off by the defense, finds Delenti. 6:49 to go in the third quarter. Upperman now with a 6-point advantage. On the drive, Gracie right to the basket, lays it up and in. Easy drive for Gracie Butler, and now the Lady Bees will try to set up their full court pressure. Followell spins around and she'll race to the other side. Followell splits the defense but lost it and turned it over. Delenti's got it. Hands it off to Crouch. 6:27 remaining here in this third quarter. Gracie Butler on the drive, stops, kicks. Delenti here on the near side, lets it fly, too short. Rebound though to South. Delenti's got it again. Sadie South's done a really good job rebounding the basketball today. Now Crouch on the drive. Delenti in the corner, and we'll bring it around. Gracie Butler with it. Gets caught, out to Crouch, mishandles, puts it on the deck, drives inside, and she's going to be fouled. And Cassie Crouch will be at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line for a couple. This foul's going to be whistled on Juliana Pruitt, her second personal. Upperman with a 25-17 lead right now, and Crouch be at the line for a couple. And Followell going to have to come off here, it looks like. So we'll bring Bowers in for her. I guess she had a little bit of a nosebleed, so she will come off. And they'll get her checked out. Pruitt came off as well. So they had to make a couple of subs. Willard and Bowers in for Watertown. Gracie Butler will come off here for the Lady Bees as T.T. Carson is back in. And the first free throw from Crouch is up and good. 26-17, the advantage for Upperman here in the third. 5:59 to go, and Crouch gets them both. Now a 10-point advantage. 4 points for Cassie Crouch as Willard will try to bring it ahead. Followell has kind of been that calming force at the point guard spot for the Lady Tigers. Off the floor right now with a nosebleed. We'll see if that affects them here offensively and just handling the basketball. Willard's got it on the right wing, throws it inside to Braille. Braille turns around, puts it up too strong. Good rebound by Delenti, and a foul called on Bowers. Watertown picks it up as Bowers got hold of the arm of Delenti with 5:38 remaining here in the third and a 10-point lead for the Lady Bees. They've been able to get the defense working a little bit more to open up this second half. That's turned into better offense as well. Watertown been a bit more lax defensively here in this third quarter, at least early on. Still 5:28 remaining in the third. Here's Crouch. Off to Maggie Butler, spinning off a screen, throws it up and finishes through the foul. Maggie Butler will be at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line for one as that foul's called on Izzy Burns, her second. And Butler has her second bucket and another couple of points. Butler will head to the stripe now in a 12-point lead for the Lady Bees with 5:17 remaining here in the third. Again, we'll have another game coming up after this one. Portland and Upperman on the boys' side. That'll be a fun game in the third-place game as Maggie completes the three-point play. And now has 5 points in the contest. Gracie is back in. Carson comes off. And full-court pressure set up here for the Lady Bees. Followell is back in there for the Lady Tigers. We'll push ahead. Underneath, no, and rebounded by Delenti. Numbers here for the Lady Bees as Followell hit the deck. Throw it ahead. South has to spin around as she catches the pass right back to Delenti. Here's South on the right wing. Can't let it fly. We'll give to Maggie Butler. She'll put it on the deck, get inside, draw some contact, and a blocking foul is called. And this foul's going on Macy Braille for the Lady Tigers. That is her first. And Maggie Butler is back at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line for 2 shots. Her first one just off the mark. It's a 30-17 advantage with 4:56 remaining here in the third quarter for the Lady Bees. The second free throw good for Butler. Splits a pair. She's got 6 points. 31-17, Upperman on top, and almost a turnover. Ends up in the hands of Pruitt. And ahead now to Willard in a tough spot right into the front court, and a timeout's going to be taken by Watertown. To keep possession of the basketball, I think it's going to be a 30. We'll wait and see. It will be a 30-second quick cash pawn timeout. Watertown burns it. The South Willow Auto Clinic are your hometown auto doctors, family owned and operated for over 4 decades. The South Willow Auto Clinic services all makes and models. Stop in and see them at 640 South Willow Avenue for all your auto repair needs. 4:47 remaining here in the third quarter, and it's been a great start to this second half, particularly defensively. Watertown hasn't scored yet. Conversely, for the Lady Bees, they're getting the offense going. Already 10 points, not even halfway through this third quarter. More of what you're used to seeing for the Lady Bees. They're led by 4 at halftime, 21-17. Watertown will have it out of the timeout. Followell will inbound. Here's Braille. Right back to Followell on the run. Drives in, pulls it back out. 4:40 remaining in the third quarter. Watertown with it. Bowers looks inside over the top for Braille, and Butler pokes it away and takes it away. She's had a few really good games here at Mount Juliet. Here's Delenti in the corner now. She'll drive inside. Delenti finishes with the right hand from that left side. Delenti's first bucket since the first quarter. She had 8 in the first quarter. Now she's got 10 in the game. Followell being guarded by Crouch. Gets a screen, trying to take it to that right side. There is Bowers with it, right back to Followell. She'll get a screen again, gets inside, a little head fake. She'll be bumped and fouled. I'm going to call it on the floor as this foul is going to be whistled on Gracie Butler. That's her third personal. So T.T. Carson will get ready to come back in. Gracie will come off for a little bit with 4:02 remaining in the third frame. Watertown inbound on the left baseline side. Pruitt will throw it up top for Followell as Watertown looks for their first points here in the third quarter. Braille, good catch inside, little shoulder shimmy, and that's now the third personal on Maggie Butler. So Maggie and Gracie each with 3 personals, and at the line will go Macy Braille for 2 shots. It's really been their only offense for the majority of this game, but she misfires on the first. They've only got 4 made field goals. 3 of those came in the first quarter. They only had 1 made field goal in the second. Watertown just hadn't been able to get too many shots off, and Braille misses them both. So Upperman has it again with 3:52 remaining here in the third. Crouch looks to the sideline to Coach McWilliams and turned it over. Tried to throw it to Carson. Bowers picked it off. Back it out to Pruitt. Tried to skip it over. It's tapped by Delenti. Followell's got it. Drives inside underneath the basket in a triple team. Wraps the pass around to Braille. She's tripped up and stolen away. South got a hand in there. Here's Delenti now. Looking for a little bit of help and stolen away by Followell. Watertown with the basketball. Kick it out. Willard will let it fly. That one's no good, too short. Followell, another rebound, gets taken down and out of bounds. Checking in for the first time is going to be Maggie Pearson for Watertown. As the Lady Bees will bring it ahead. 3 minutes remaining here in the third. Carson, all right, to the basket again. TT Carson now 6 points, had a career-high 10 yesterday. Just a couple of buckets away from breaking that again. 35-17 Upperman leads. Watertown still scoreless here in the third until that bucket right there. Maddie Willard finally breaks that scoreless streak. They get their first points in the second half. 35-19, South with it. Will throw to Delenti on the right wing. Everybody left her, and she'll let it fly and hit. The Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3 for Taylor Delenti. You can't really leave her open on the outside as Willard will get loose inside, and she'll be fouled. And the foul is whistled on Sadie South, her first of the day with 2:22 remaining here in the third quarter. 38-19 is Upperman's lead now. And Willard at the line hits the first of 2 free throws. And hits them both. She's got the only points so far here in the second half for the Lady Tigers. She's got 4. It's 38-21 as Upperman's lead is ballooned to 17. Gracie Butler is back in. Cassie Crouch comes out. Butler playing with 3 personal fouls with 2:17 remaining here in the third quarter. Carson picks up her dribble. And a timeout will be taken by Upperman. It's a quick cash pawn timeout, 30-second timeout by the Lady Bees as they were having a little trouble with it up top. 2:08 remaining here in the third quarter. They've got a 17-point lead. Thompson Machinery in the Cat Rental Store, your one-stop shop for all your dirt machinery and aerial equipment needs, located at their new facility at 4314 Academy Road in Cookeville. They are a Caterpillar dealer who rent, sell, service, and provide parts. For rental needs, call Lane at 931-267-6380. And to buy, call Lucas at 931-979-5050. Out of the quick cash pawn timeout, 2:08 remaining here in the third quarter. 38-21. Bees on top by 17 in this third place game of the Mount Juliet Thanksgiving Classic. Upperman has it. Here is Gracie Butler. Will throw it to South. South will let it fly. In and out. Can't get it to go. Rebound tipped it around. Followell saves it back in. Loose on the ground. Knocked away by Carson. Still a fight for it. And finally a whistle and a jump ball is called. It'll stay with the Lady Bees underneath. Nice job by the Lady Bees staying after the basketball. 1:50 to go here in the third frame. Delenti will inbound it. Bounces it into Carson, and she'll be fouled on the way up. Got tied up with Pruitt who picks up her third personal, and TT Carson is going to be at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line for 2 shots. Got 6 points right now, and mentioned she had the career high 10.6 rebounds against Mount Juliet in the overtime loss yesterday. Misfires on the first free throw there, though. Abby Stone will head to the scores table. Second free throw, Carson able to rattle it home. So South comes out. Stone is in with Carson, Gracie Butler, Taylor Delenti, and Bella Fye. 1:47 remaining here in the third quarter. 39-21 the lead for the Lady Bees. Followell brings it into the front court, throws it on the right wing. Willard on the drive, going to be fouled by TT Carson. So Carson now has 3 personals. Her, Maggie Butler, and Gracie Butler all with 3 fouls. The Lady Bees on top by 18, 39-21 with 1:39 remaining here in the third quarter, and it's stolen away by Gracie Butler. Just stepped right in front of the pass as they tried to inbound it underneath, and they'll slow it down with 1:30 remaining. Here's Carson, who will set it up. Tries to create a little bit of separation, now drives it back right side, stops, spins, top of the key for Gracie Butler. Butler gets inside the paint, back out to Carson again. Carson gets inside, throws it up, and just a little bit short, but she earns another trip to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. Foul whistled on Maddie Willard. It's her second. The Tigers now with 5 team fouls. The Lady Bees shooting free throws the rest of the way with 1:13 remaining here in the third quarter. First one from Carson is up and good as Crouch is back in and Gracie Butler comes off. Sadie South will come to the scores table as well. And 2 good free throws for TT Carson at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. She's got 9 points in the ball game. 1 point shy of tying her career high that she set yesterday. 41-21, the 20-point lead for the Lady Bees. And out of bounds here on this near sideline. It'll be a turnover by Watertown. Burns checks in for Braille. Upperman will get it back with 1:07 remaining here in the third quarter. Crouch slowly walks it across the timeline. South catches off to Stone. Round it comes. Delenti fires it away and connects. Taylor Delenti, another Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate triple from the top of the key. And it's 44-21. Upperman up by 23. 39 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Good pass down low to Burns. Couldn't get the shot off. Good defense by Stone, staying in front. Give it outside. As Delenti tried to knock it away, Bowers spins it up there with the left, but can't get the finish. She is fouled, and we'll have 2 free throws coming with 27 seconds to go in the third frame. Zabby Stone is going to be hit with her first. Pruitt at the line. Beg your pardon, that's Bowers at the line. Cannot hit the first free throw. Stone and Fye come off as Gracie and Maggie Butler are back in. Second free throw good for Briley Bowers. She's got 3 points. 27 seconds to play here in the third quarter. 44-22 the lead now for the Lady Bees. And we'll have a chance for the final shot here at the end of the third. $18 seconds and counting. Maggie Butler holds with 13 seconds. Crouch trying to come get it with 9 seconds. Here's Gracie. 5 seconds. Delenti. Backdoor. Gracie Butler can't get there in time, and it goes out of bounds. Run that backdoor play a couple of times, and now with 1.5 seconds on the clock, the Lady Bees will try to make some quick subs. As Stone and Fye will try to check in. They'll come in for Gracie and Maggie Butler, who do have 3 personals. Watertown try to go the length of the floor, down 22 with 1.5 seconds to go here in the third quarter. They inbound it to Followell, and she just tosses it up there, and it's going to be a little bit short. End of 3, Upperman leads, 44-22. You're watching Upperman Basketball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and get your vehicle serviced by their highly trained professionals. Right now, you can save money on oil changes, regular maintenance, and battery installation. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network. Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookeville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookeville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network.
Fourth quarter here at Mount Juliet. It's the Mount Juliet Thanksgiving Classic third place game between Upperman and Watertown, and Upperman dominated that third quarter. They put up 23 points to just 5 for the Lady Tigers. Upperman now leading 44-22, opening up the fourth frame. Watertown starts with the basketball first, going from right to left in those white jerseys. Here is Pruitt on the right wing. We'll give it back out. Now and around it goes to Followell, trying to drive inside on Crouch underneath and stolen away. Great job by South to step in front and take it away. Gracie Butler with it. Hands it off to Delenti, who had a big third quarter as well. She leads the way with 16 points on the ball game now for the Lady Bees. Had 8 in the first, 8 more in the third. Just underway here in the fourth as Crouch has that one knocked away, and it's going to stay with the Lady Bees here on the near sideline. Once again, coming up in just a couple of hours, 106.1 The Eagle. You can tune in Tennessee Tech taking on Kentucky. Our very own Noah McKay will be on the play-by-play of that one at Rupp Arena. Tennessee Tech going to try their best. 7:07 remaining here in the fourth in this one of the third place contest. Maggie Butler in the high post bounces over to Crouch. She'll take it inside. Now Delenti on the perimeter. Brings it around to Gracie Butler. Gracie Butler fairly quiet offensively. Just 4 points today. Last couple of games she's had 19 apiece. And really had to have it today. Been in a little bit of foul trouble. Her and Maggie Butler both. Delenti will skip it over to South on the left wing. 6:40 remaining here in the fourth. Maggie's got it again, and now Gracie. And she'll back it up towards the logo here at Mount Juliet. Maggie going to try the deep one, and hits. Maggie Butler, the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3, makes it 47-22. Up ahead of the pack is Height. Height will bring it around. Followell catches here on the near side, left wing. Brailga throws it down low. Tough catch for Pruitt, or beg your pardon, Burns. She tipped it out to Pruitt, and Height's got it again up top. 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Followell and around. Height again, high post, looking down low. Brailga, nice catch, goes up and finishes. Just the second half field goal for the Lady Tigers with 5:50 remaining here in the fourth. It's 47-24. Watertown led after one, 11-10. Upperman only led by 4 at halftime, 21-17. Delenti a 3 on the way. That one's no good, and a rebound to Followell for Watertown. She'll push with a good amount of speed, try to dump it down low, and had it knocked free. Maggie Butler with a steal and ahead to Delenti. Delenti at the free throw line. A whistle and a foul call. And they get the foul on Delenti. Her first personal. 5:23 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Bees up 47-24. We'll have the boys game coming up next against Portland in the third place game. After the Bees fell to a good Tennessee Heat squad yesterday in the semifinals, Portland fell to Whites Creek. Way downtown, Followell will let it fly, doesn't go. Long rebound, going to sail out of bounds, and it's going to go to Upperman the other way as Delenti and Brailga go into the bleachers there on that far sideline. 4:59 remaining here in the fourth. As Upperman now looking to add on to their lead. Next up for the Bees, going to be off for a few days before they go back home in Baxter, where they're going to host the Oakland Patriots. That'll be on Tuesday. Of course, we'll have broadcast coverage of that coming your way live on UCR. Today's game and every Upperman game presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. We appreciate them for being the presenting sponsor of Upperman Basketball all year long. Make sure you stick around for the Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store post-game show. We'll name the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the game. Nice move by Crouch. Cannot convert on the three. 4:24 remaining here in the fourth. 47-24, Upperman leads. Braille on the drive, a whistle and a foul. Maggie Butler looked like she was pretty straight up, and she ends up with the basketball, but she gets whistled for her fourth personal. So going to the line is going to be Macy Braille. One of their leading scorers on the season. She's got 7 points right now, and as it always is against an Upperman defense, a struggle. She hits the first free throw here, though. And goes 2 for 2 from the line. 47-26, Bees lead. 4:15 remaining here in the fourth. Gracie Butler on the top of the key. Gives over to Cassie Crouch. She'll back it up. Gracie on the drive, gets inside, a whistle. And we got 2 free throws coming here for Gracie Butler. The Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line as Macy Braille picks up her second foul. Able to knock down that first one. Gracie, just her first trip to the line today. Normally lives at that free throw line. And able to get both of them. 2 for 2 from the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. 49-26 the advantage for the Lady Bees with under 4 to go. Followell drives and kicks Pruitt in the corner for a 3 try. It's off the front side of the iron. Gracie Butler with a rebound, grabs the basketball. Followell got tied up, and that'll be a jump ball. I don't know what the Watertown fans are upset about. They're asking for a foul when both players got to the basketball at the same time and tried to rip it away. Gracie Butler is just stronger than Followell. And now Coach Price is going to be teed up because she was arguing as well. I mean, what's Gracie Butler supposed to do? Not grab the basketball away? Be 2 free throws here for Gracie. She'll step to the line after the technical foul called on Brenna Price, the head coach for Watertown. And the first free throw a little bit short from Butler. She'll have one more from the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. And that second free throw good. (50-26) Upperman leads. They'll go to the bench. Aspen Hayes, Bella Butler checking in. Liliana Wilson in there as well. Abby Stone. And so is Bella Fye, leading now 50-26 after the technical foul and 1 for 2 from the line for Gracie Butler. There is Fye on that far side. 3.5 remaining here in the contest. Fye on the left wing. Drives in, dumps it off to Stone. Got it back after it was poked away, and Watertown able to rip it. Larkin Cherry is in there underneath. Checking in for the first time out there as well as Tatum Estes. A lot of freshmen on this Watertown team. 3:17 to go. Here's Estes. We'll skip it around to Willard. Looks down low. Catch underneath by Bowers. Knocked out of there by Butler. And it's going to stay with Watertown underneath. Bounce it in. Estes off the window, no. Rebound tipped around and it's taken away as Hayes pulls it out of there. She'll bring it across the timeline. Wilson looks. There's Butler on the right wing. She'll let it fly. Just too strong. Fighting for her own rebound, and Watertown comes away with it. 2:52 to go. Up ahead, Estes cannot track it in, and it's turned over. It'll be Upperman Basketball again with 2:47 to play. Phi brings it ahead, hands off Butler, and around it goes to Stone. Stone right back to Phi on the right wing. She'll drive with the left hand. Phi pulls up for two. Can't get it to fall. Rebounds. Going to go out of bounds and belong to Watertown with 2:27 to go. Watertown going to the bench as well. Addison Aguilar checks in for the first time. Still 50-26. Upperman leading with 2:25 remaining. Here is Willard. Amelia Carr is in for the first time for the Lady Bees. Looking down low over the top of everybody and out of bounds, and the Lady Bees will get it back with 2:08 to go. So the Lady Bees going to pick up their 4th win of the season. Again, they'll be off for a few days until next Tuesday, back home in Baxter, where they will host the Oakland Lady Patriots. That'll be a fun one. Oakland has had some really good teams in the last few years. Upperman has played them the last couple of years as well. There's Wilson looking down low. Good pass. Butler cannot make the catch. It'll go out of bounds. It'll stay with Upperman underneath with 1:47 remaining. Kayla Stanley checking in for the first time for the Lady Tigers. Again, boys game coming up next. Upperman and Portland is on the way after this one. 1:47 to go in this one as Stanley will step in front and take it away. Watertown with the basketball trailing 50-26. Here's Stanley on the left wing. Gets it back. Looks inside. Bowers. Back out it goes to Aguilard. Estes. Skips over to Aguilard again on the right wing. Up top into the hands of Cherry. 1:23 remaining. Bowers. Cherry on the drive, gets underneath, back out to Estes, and she walked. Was looking around for a pass. Good defense by Liliana Wilson down there for the Lady Bees. 1:11 remaining here in the 4th. Bees still on top by 24. Handed off to Butler, kick in the corner. Wilson, a nice shot fake, drives in. The jumper on the way, just a little too strong. Stone saves it back in, and Carr tracks it down. Upperman still with the basketball, 50 seconds to go here in the 4th. Butler will drive. Kick it out, 3 on the way from Hayes. No. A good rebound underneath for Estes for Watertown. 39 seconds to play here in the ball game. And that one poked out of bounds. It'll stay with Watertown. 3 more subs checking in for Watertown. Maddie Graves, Kaylin Templeton, and Addie Reese-Davis. .35 seconds remaining in this one. Watertown will have it down by 24. Stanley's got it on that right side. Will throw it off into the hands of Graves. Give it in the corner, now at the elbow. And that one by Lily Karp, a little bit over the head. She was trying to throw it underneath. Lady Bees get it back again with 20 seconds remaining, up 50-26. And this will most likely be the final possession of the basketball game. Butler dribbling out near half court. Throws it over to Hayes with 8 seconds. And now Butler with 5 seconds can just hold, and that'll do it. Final score in this one, 50-26. The Upperman Lady Bees take 3rd place in the Mount Juliet Thanksgiving Classic as they improve to 4-1 on the season. Welcome in to the Thompson Machinery and Cattle Rental Store post-game show. We'll tally up these final scores from both sides. We'll let you know what's coming up next for the Lady Bees, and we'll let you know what's coming up next here in this broadcast. Lady Bees mentioned it, 4-1 now on the year. Great defensive effort after giving up 11 points in the first half. Surrender just 15 in the final 3 quarters. As they really turned on that defensive pressure, something they have done all season long. Here are the final tallies for both sides. Taylor Delenti led the way for the Lady Bees with 16 points today, 9 points apiece for Maggie Butler and T.T. Carson, 7 points for Gracie Butler. Sadie South had 5, and Cassie Crouch with 4. For Watertown, nobody in double figures. Macy Bralia had 9 points, 4 points for Maddie Willard off the bench, 3 points apiece for Briley Bowers, Daly Height. Molly Followell had 3 and 2 points for Izzy Burns and Juliana Pruitt. The Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game will be Taylor Delenti with 16 points in the contest, 8 in the first, 8 in the third. She is your Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. That's going to wrap it up for the Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store post-game show. Coming up next in about 16 minutes is the boys' game. It'll be right here in this stream, live on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. They'll also play for third place here in the Mount Juliet Thanksgiving Classic. They'll take on the Portland Panthers. Stick around. We'll have that coming up in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody, to Mount Juliet. It is the third place game on the boys' side for the Mount Juliet Thanksgiving Classic, featuring the Upperman Bees and the Portland Panthers. It does say Watertown there on the scoreboard. It's not Watertown. It's Portland. We'll get that fixed here right quick, as Watertown obviously just fell to the Lady Bees 50-26 in game number 1, as we welcome you into the Crouch Team with Highlands Elite Real Estate pregame show. Both these teams 3-2 entering this contest. The Bees coming off of the semifinal loss to a very good Tennessee Heat team yesterday, 60-52. Colton Johnson, his third double-double of the season. He had 12 points and 10 rebounds. Ty Cobb led the way with 25 in the ball game. For the Portland Panthers, they're also 3-2 on the year. They fell to Whites Creek in the semifinal yesterday, 47-42, after taking overtime to beat the hosting Mount Juliet Golden Bears in the first game of the quarterfinals. They won that game 71-68. Portland wins this season against Hendersonville, Gallatin, and then that Mount Juliet team. 2 losses against Northwest by 3 points and Whites Creek by 5. All of their games have been fairly close, all within about 9-10 points of each other. They got a win against Gallatin by 12. That is their biggest win of the season so far. And obviously, the Upperman team, they've gotten some big wins already, obviously coming off the loss, and they're looking to get back in to that win column. That'll take us to the end of the Crouch Team with Highlands Elite Real Estate pregame show. The starting lineups brought to you by South Willow Auto Clinic. Ty Cobb, Joseph Maynard, Jack Torrance, Collier Bush, and Colton Johnson for the Bees. Tristan Calvert, Evan Ferguson, Nate Honeycutt, Quentin Totten, and Keelan Dalton, the starting 5 for the Portland Panthers. Starting lineups brought to you by the South Willow Auto Clinic. Upperman will be the home team. They're in their home whites. Portland will be the away team in their away black uniforms. It will be Keelan Dalton, the leading scorer and leading rebounder, and a senior for the Panthers, to tip up against Colton Johnson. Here in this third place game underway, and the Bees win the opening tip. Here is Torrance. He'll take it inside with the right hand, and it went halfway down, missed it. Maynard the rebound, cannot get the putback, and the Panthers able to clear it away. Panthers in their all-black uniforms, purple accents, purple numbers. Not the easiest thing in the world to see, but they do have white outline on the numbers, as that 3 is cashed in by Evan Ferguson from the left corner. And a good start for the Panthers as they're able to knock down the triple from outside. You got 2 guys averaging double figures this season. Johnson gets deep inside, and he will find his first bucket of the ball game as Colton Johnson puts it in for 2 underneath. He has had some really strong games, 3 double-doubles in 5 games already this season. And obviously just had 1 practice before getting started against Brentwood in their season opener last week. Portland now with the basketball. Here is Honeycutt. Give it off. Dalton, backdoor cut underneath, and up and in for Ferguson again. Beg your pardon, that's actually Calvert with the bucket. He finds his first points of the ball game. Very senior-heavy roster for this Portland squad. Calvert, one of those. He finds his first points. Here's Maynard now with the basketball. Gives over to Collier Bush on the left wing. 6:45 to play here in the opening quarter. Maynard into the corner. Bush brings it around and back out. Cobb touches for the first time. He'll take it inside, draws some contact, throws it up, and finishes. Tough finish for Mr. Basketball. Ty Cobb has his first 2 points. 35 a couple of games ago, and their opening win against Webb, and then 25 yesterday against Tennessee Heat in the loss. His first 2, backdoor cut underneath. Ferguson finds 2 more underneath the basket from that right side. He's got 5 to lead the way for the Panthers here early on. Cobb will hand it off. Here's Maynard now top the perimeter. Give it right back to Cobb on the elbow. Down low Johnson in a double team. Throws it up anyways and finds 2 more. Colton Johnson has 4 early points. Portland back with it. 7-6 advantage for the Panthers. On the drive, Calvert gets inside. He's bumped and fouled. And a foul on the floor with 5:40 remaining here in the first. And this one's going on Collier Bush, his first. Calvert will inbound from that left baseline side for the Panthers. Looks around and gets it in. He finds it into the hands of Totten, who will put it up. Can't finish, and Johnson skying up there for the rebound. Here comes Cobb for the Bees. Across the timeline, poke from behind. And back it goes to Snyder. Dalton will dump it down low, back up top. Ferguson way downtown for 3, hits another. My goodness. Evan Ferguson, a hot start to this one. His second made triple. He's got 8 points here in the first, and it's a 10-6 advantage for the Panthers. Kyler Bush has it now on the left wing. Will bring it around. Into the corner to Torrance, needing the answer. Can't get it to go. Rebounded underneath by Johnson. He spins around, throws it up. Too strong that time. Another good rebound by Johnson, though. Just couldn't get the putback. 4:54 to play here in the first quarter. It's a 10-6 advantage for Portland. On the drive, Calvert will give over into the hands of Totten. Quentin Totten hands off again to Calvert in the corner. Back around it comes. This is Honeycutt with the basketball. Now Calvert trying to drive, jumps up, spins around, and that's going to be knocked out of bounds there in the corner, and it's going to stay with the Panthers on the near sideline. 4:33 to play here in the opening quarter. Going to toss it all the way into the backcourt as Calvert is back there to haul it in. Tristan Calvert, the senior guard with the neon orange shoes, will walk it across the timeline, set up the offense. And it goes to Dalton, the leading scorer. Hands it off. Here's Honeycutt. Off it goes Calvert. Around to Totten on the left wing. Now Dalton catches inside. He's got the mismatch with Bush on him, and he'll put it up and in for two. Keelan Dalton finds his first bucket of the ball game. Leads the way with 13 points of contest for this Panther squad through the first 4 games. Maynard a 3, in and out. And the Panthers back with it now, leading by 6. On that right side, Ferguson trying to get loose on the drive. Jumps up, misses. Maynard has the rebound. It was out of bounds. It'll be Bees basketball anyways. And Finn Sissom will check in for the first time here for Upperman. He'll come in for Kyler Bush. Get a little bit more size down low against these Panthers. 3:43 remaining here in the first. It's a 12-6 lead for the Portland Panthers against the Upperman Bees here in the Mount Juliet Thanksgiving Classic third place game. Johnson with it up front. Throws it over to Torrance. Picks up his dribble. And now Maynard with it. Johnson trying to post up inside. Cobb catches here on the near side. Give it back up top for Torrance. He'll let it fly. Torrance knocks it home. Asanya Brown with the American Way real estate triple for Jack Torrance from the top of the key, and a big one. And that one is going to be knocked out of bounds by Cobb as Torrance finds his first bucket of the ball game. Rylan Case is going to check in for the first time, and Portland will go to the bench for the first time as well. The senior Evan Brown will check in. 3:09 remaining here in the opening quarter. 12-9 advantage for the Panthers early on. Evan Ferguson got hot from outside. He knocked down a couple of triples. One from way downtown. This is Calvert on the right wing. Throw it to Dalton inside. Trying to back down Johnson, and that's going to be an offensive foul called on Keelan Dalton, the senior's first personal. Good defense by Colton Johnson staying in front. Obviously, going to be a little bit difficult to back him down. Jack Torrance quickly back into the game. He'll come in for Joseph Maynard. 5 on the floor. Torrance, Cobb, Case, Sissom, and Johnson right now for the Bees with 2:57 remaining here in the first quarter. Cobb just 2 points so far in this opening frame. Torrance picks up his dribble, throws to Johnson. Around it goes to Rylan Case. Now Sissom catches. Cobb open underneath. Throw it to Johnson on the other side. Steps through. Puts it up and finishes. May have been fouled in the process as well. Colton Johnson, a good start to this one. He's got 6 points. And it's 12-11 now. 5 straight for the Bees. 2:29 remaining here in the first. Full court pressure for Upperman. Into the hands of Calvert. He'll push underneath. Calvert off the window and good. Tristan Calvert's second bucket of the ball game. He's got 4 points. Lady Bees got a win in Game 1 in the third place game, 50-26. Great defensive effort, and the offense turned it on in the final 3 quarters. Way downtown is Cobb, a little bit short. 2:04 remaining here in this opening quarter, and it's a 14-11 advantage for the Panthers early on. Brown will give off. Honeycutt's got it now, and the Bees have dropped back in their zone defense as Kyler Bush is back at the scorer's table for Upperman. And over there for Portland is Will Caudle, I should say. Here is Ferguson. He's got the 8 points right now for the Panthers. Gives off now Brown and around to Honeycutt. Inside, tough catch for Ferguson in the paint. He'll put it up. Too strong. Cobb way up there for the rebound. There's a whistle and a foul. I think they're going to call Ty Cobb on it. They do. So Cobb picks up his first. Bush will come back in. Lofton Crouch will check in for the first time. Cobb is going to come out. And Crouch is not coming in, as the officials don't let him. 1:32 remaining here in the first. Inbound, it goes to Calvert. He walked, and it'll be a turnover by Portland. Back the other way for the Bees. Crouch will check in now for Sissom. So it's Crouch, Johnson, Case, Torrance, and Bush, the five on the floor right now for Upperman, as Ty Cobb is on the bench for a little bit here with 1:26 remaining at the end of the first. Get that extended rest before the quarter break. Here is Crouch as the Bees trail by 3. Case over to Bush. Crouch with it again. Johnson stays strong, hands off Torrance. He'll back it up and give it to Case. Inside Johnson, spins around. A whistle and a blocking foul is called on the Panthers, as Will Caudle tried to draw a charge and he flopped. He'll be tagged with a blocking foul. It's his first personal. And the second team foul on the Panthers here in the first quarter with 59 seconds to go. Ferguson comes off as they'll bring on Elijah Snyder for the first time. Inbound to Torrance in the corner. He'll fake on the 3, now pull up from 15. That one's no good. Good rebound by Snyder underneath. 53 seconds to play here in the first. Portland basketball, they lead by 3. Skip pass. Calvert on the right wing. Won't take the 3. Bounce it over to Caudle, top of the key. He'll take it inside. Right back out it goes to Honeycutt. Honeycutt puts it on the deck up against that zone defense of the Bees. 40 seconds remaining here in the first as he'll back it out towards the half-court line. Being guarded tightly by Case. They're trying to run that clock down with 26 seconds remaining here in the first. Here's Snyder. Around to Brown. Calvert again with the basketball. 16 seconds now. Brown will back it up, and they'll get set up with 10 seconds. Here's Calvert with 6 seconds. Snyder into the corner. It goes Honeycutt. He drives, tried to throw it in the corner. Fading away in the corner. Tough shot. And it's rebounded by Johnson. And we've reached the end of the first. 14-11 the lead for the Portland Panthers after 1. It's the third place game of the Mount Juliet Thanksgiving Classic, and you're watching it. Presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Basketball on UCR.
Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this 3-bed, 2-bathroom home in the desirable Poplar Point subdivision in Rickman. This home sits on just under an acre with a 2-car garage and over 1,500 square feet of living space. It's the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
14-11, Portland leads after the first quarter of action. The Bees hoping they have a similar performance to the Lady Bees, where they trailed after one quarter and then won by 24 points. Ty Cobb back out there with Torrance. Crouch is still in there with Johnson and Maynard. It was back in for the Bees. Portland starts off with the basketball first here in the second quarter. Trying to bring that Upperman defense out. They get it into Calvert. He'll back it up at the top of the key. Throws it right side. Way downtown. Honeycutt lets it fly and connects. Nate Honeycutt hadn't taken one yet. Lets that one go, and he hits it from way downtown. His first points of the day. Upperman with it, trailing by 6 again. 17-11. Here's Cobb. Cobb will drive, kick. Torrance on the left wing for 3. It's good. Asanya Brown with American Way Real Estate triple for Jack Torrance. Cuts the lead in half. 17-14. Second made 3 for Torrance is a big one. Portland back with the basketball here in this second frame. 7:04 remaining in the second. Caudle on that right baseline side. Steps through and Gives it back out to Brown. Almost turned it over. Makes a tough catch. That one tipped around a couple of times. Still in the hands of the Panthers. Ends up to Honeycutt for another three in the corner. That one ping-ponged around for a while before Honeycutt ends up with the basketball and knocks down his second made three. This Portland team starting to fill it up from outside. Cobb on the top of the key, throws to Crouch for a three try, and no good. Johnson tried to rip the rebound over the top, and he's going to be called for the foul. As Johnson will pick up his first personal, and Collier Bush will go back to the scorer's table. And Colton Johnson going to stay on there. Crouch will come off for Bush. 6:34 remaining here in the second quarter. Portland with a 20-14 advantage. Third place game, this Mount Juliet Thanksgiving Classic. Glad to have you along on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. The Lady Bees got a win against Watertown in Game 1, 50-26. Taylor Delente leading the way with 16 points in that contest. Was our Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the game. This one thrown to Snyder on the baseline. Got it underneath. Honeycutt spinning around. Here's Cottle on the right wing. Off to Brown. He picks up his dribble and back out to Honeycutt again. 6 minutes remaining here in the second. Honeycutt will back it up. Brown in a double team. Puts it on the deck and gets out of it. Gets it to Honeycutt. The turnaround jumper off the mark. And a good rebound for Ty Cobb underneath. He'll bring it ahead. Bees trying to get the offense going. 14 points right now with 5:45 remaining in the second quarter. Down by 6. Throw into the corner for Torrance. He's got a couple of made threes. Out to Bush. Now Maynard on the drive. Left baseline. Dumps it down low to Johnson, who puts it up and in again. Good feed, and Johnson now 8 points here in the first half. Portland back with the basketball as the lead is cut to 4. 5:20 remaining here in the second quarter. Cobb steals it away. Numbers here for the Bees. Cobb keeps it himself, takes it inside, and lays it up and in. And it's a 2-point game as Ty Cobb gets his second bucket of the ball game. He's got 4. Gunnar Block is going to go to the scorer's table and check in for the first time for the Bees. Into the corner, skip pass. Brown from, or beg your pardon, that's Calvert from downtown. Can't get it to fall, and Johnson the rebound underneath again. On track for his 4th double-double of the season. He's already got quite a few rebounds here in the first half. He's already got 8 points. 4:44 remaining here in the first half. It's a 20-18 advantage for the Panthers. Bush brings it around the top of the key, drives, kicks Cobb in the corner. Now drives baseline, jumps up. Maynard was wide open, throws to Torrance for a three try. Won't go. And Snyder's got the rebound for the Panthers. Here's Snyder ahead with 4:17 remaining in the second quarter. Honeycutt being guarded tightly by Bush. Will bring it here on the near side, throw it to Brown. Brown had it deflected away by Cobb, and he'll come up with a steal. Cobb tries to throw it out in front. Cobb inside, stripped away. Good defense by Honeycutt, who was able to get a handle on the basketball. Under 4 to go here in the second quarter, as that one is stolen away from Calvert. Johnson ahead to Maynard. He'll take it in, and that one's stripped away, and again by Honeycutt, but a foul called this time. And it's going to be 2 free throws at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line for Joseph Maynard, as Nate Honeycutt will pick up his first personal. The South Willow Auto Clinic are your hometown auto doctors. Family owned and operated for over 4 decades. The South Willow Auto Clinic services all makes and models. Stop in and see them at 640 South Willow Avenue for all your auto repair needs. Almost a full lineup change for the Panthers as Maynard is good on the first free throw. The Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line, his first point of the day. A couple of starters back in. Totten and Dalton are back out there. Checking in for the first time is Sean Sebring as Maynard hits a couple, and we are tied at 20 apiece. That one almost stolen away again by the Bees. Underneath Sebring, he walked. Just checked in, trying to get it to Ferguson for 3 in the corner. Ferguson was hot in the first quarter. He had 8 points, 2 made triples. They were trying to get it to him again. 3:40 remaining here in the second quarter. The Bees, they've trailed by as many as 6 a couple of times here in this first half. Now all knotted up at 20 apiece. Cobb drives and kicks. Gunnar Block in the corner for 3. That one rattles around no, and the rebound hauled in by Sebring for the Panthers. Up it goes. Ferguson got left open. Ferguson flies and hits again. Third made three in the first half for Evan Ferguson. And he's into double figures with 11 points. Here's Cobb on the top of the key for the Bees. Lost it, got it back. Down low Johnson. That one deflected out of bounds. It's going to stay with Upperman. 3 minutes to go here in this second quarter. And Lofton Crouch comes back in for Gunnar Block. Case is out there as well. He'll inbounds and finds Cobb. Cobb gets a screen. Double team comes, dumps it down low. Johnson can't get the lay, but the putback, no. And finally rebounded by Dalton for the Panthers. It's a good job by Crouch to crash the glass, but couldn't get the finish. 2:44 to go here in the second quarter. Ferguson tried to fire away another. Puts it on the deck this time. He gets in the defense, and he's going to be fouled by Joseph Maynard. As Maynard reached in across the body, that'll be his first personal here in this first half. Second team foul on the Bees with 2:37 to go in the second quarter. Jack Torrance coming back in for Upperman. And he comes in for Maynard. Torrance, Case, Crouch, Johnson, and Cobb, the five on the floor right now with 2:37 remaining in the second. Throw it into Sebring up top and around to Ferguson. He almost stepped into a NBA range three. Here's Brown on that right side. Cut off by Torrance. Jumps and throws to Ferguson. He will fly this one away. Ferguson a little bit short that time. Rebound tipped around, and the Bees have it. Here comes Cobb. Ty Cobb all by himself. Takes it all the way to the basket. Missed the lay at the other end, and a foul on the rebound called on Jack Torrance for a push in the back. Jack Torrance picks up his first personal with 2:14 remaining here in the first half. Colton Johnson will come out as Finn Sissom checks in. And it will be Portland basketball. They lead by 3, 23-20 with 2:12 remaining here in the second quarter. They made a couple of subs as Brown and Sebring came off. As Honeycutt makes his way back in, so did Calvert. Cobb comes up with another steal, step through and finishes inside with a foul. Ty Cobb will be at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line for one. Foul whistled on Tristan Calvert, his first. Team second here in the second quarter with 1:58 to go. And Cobb will be at the stripe. He's got 6 points right now in the first half. And he connects on the three-point play from the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. It tied up at 23 apiece. Case is off as Maynard is back in there. 1:56 remaining here in the first half. And this one picked off by Maynard. A steal for the Bees. Maynard tosses up to Cobb, who slams it down. And the Bees finally on top for the first time today with the hammer, 25-23. Tiptoeing on the sideline and out of bounds is Honeycutt. And Portland wants a timeout. So Cobb gets the slam with the right hand. Panthers take a timeout with 1:38 remaining here in the second quarter. It's a quick cash pawn timeout. 25-23, Upperman leads. Thompson Machinery and the Cat Rental Store, your one-stop shop for all your dirt machinery and aerial equipment needs, located at their new facility at 4314 Academy Road in Cookeville. They are a Caterpillar dealer who rent, sell, service, and provide parts. For rental needs, call Lane at 931-267-6380, and to buy, call Lucas at 931-979-5050. Quick check of the SK Creations scoreboard. The Lady Bees got a win in Game 1 today in the third place game on the girls' side. They beat Watertown 50-26 after trailing in the first quarter 11-10. The Bees here on the hardwood now on the boys' side, 1:38 remaining in the second quarter, have their first lead, 25-23 after the steal and the slam for Ty Cobb. 1:33 to go here in the first half. Portland back with the basketball out of the timeout. Totten gives it up top. Calvert asking for a screen from Dalton. On the top of the perimeter. Looking around, now driving inside. Calvert to the basket. Left hand finish is there to tie it up again at 25. Tristan Calvert, a strong finish. Cobb now with the basketball on the top of the perimeter. Looks inside. Double team comes. Throws off to Maynard. Steps into a deep ball. Just off. Rebound underneath for Quentin Totten. 56 seconds to play here in the first half. Panthers have the basketball, and we're all knotted up at 25 apiece. See if Portland tries to hold for the final shot. Still 48 seconds to go in the second quarter. Here's a flare screen out to Calvert for three. It's short, no good. And the Bees have the rebound underneath. The system is able to haul it in. Bees basketball, 36 seconds to go here in the second quarter before halftime. Maynard around the perimeter, drives, stops, kicks. Cobb wide open for three. Won't go. The rebound to the hands of the Panthers with 24 seconds to play in the second. This is Dalton on the left wing now with 17 seconds. He tries to drive on Johnson, gets past him, right hand. What a finish inside. Still 11 seconds here for the Bees. Cobb with 6 seconds. Now realizes how much time is left. Cobb driving. Cobb inside. Lost it on the way up. Maynard not going to get it off in time. And we have reached halftime with Portland on top 27-25 here in the third place game of the Mount Juliet Thanksgiving Classic. You're watching Upperman Basketball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and get your vehicle serviced by their highly trained professionals. Right now, you can save money on oil changes, regular maintenance, and battery installation. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network. Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookeville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookeville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network.
At the Quality Family, we believe care isn't just a service, it's a promise.
Whether you're bouncing back from surgery, navigating a serious illness, or need essential equipment to stay independent,
We provide skilled home health, compassionate hospice, and reliable DME services right where you need them most. At home.
Covering communities in Kentucky and Tennessee, we're in your corner.
The Quality Family. Trusted care right where life happens.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They are also proud to sponsor Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing's Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Be sure to stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Sonia Brown is a full-service realtor and is licensed across the state of Tennessee, listing and selling residential and multifamily, land and farms, commercial and industrial properties. Sonia handles the sale from start to closing and beyond. Let her put her 30-plus years of experience to work for you. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate has been supporting student-athletes in the Upper Cumberland since 1990. You can reach Sonia Brown at 931-979-7145. Sonia Brown, realtor with American Way Real Estate, is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Legacy House is right here in the heart of Smithville. It's more than a boutique, it's a family story woven into every thread. I'm Amy Allen, and I started this place with my 3 beautiful daughters. We offer timeless pieces that feel both classic and bold. From rich textured clothing to one-of-a-kind accessories. This shop has a perfect mix of heritage with a modern edge. So come on down, you'll find more than just fashion. You'll find a place where legacy and style meet.
Located at 104 West Walnut Street in Smithville, stop by and see their selection Tuesday through Saturday. Legacy House is proud to be an all-inclusive sponsor of UCR.
Eminence Eagle Auction and Realty is proud to present an online-only auction featuring 20 acres in the countryside of Clinton County, Kentucky. This property has a stocked pond and is mostly wooded with marketable timber. You can bid on this auction at eagleauctions.com or call 931-526-5335 for more information. Bidding on this online-only auction ends December 4th at 12 noon. Eminence Eagle Auction and Realty is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Tee-Up is the Upper Cumberland's best indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art golf simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. Want to know where you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. They also have plenty of other games to enjoy time with friends. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teeupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee-Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate quality care for all patients from local people you can trust so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Turfmasters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turfmasters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team represents a dedicated group of individuals possessing a wealth of expertise in land and farm sales. They possess a range of resources at their disposal, all aimed at showcasing the innate qualities of each property. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future, it's what we do.
Halftime here at Mount Juliet. Upperman trailing at the break against the Portland Panthers 27-25 in the third place game of the Mount Juliet Thanksgiving Classic. Both teams taking a while in the halftime locker room as they get ready to come out here in the second half. The Panthers just now exiting, and still just 2 minutes to go before the second half. The Bees starting to make their way out as well. Scores in that first half. Ty Cobb leads the way for the Bees with 9 points. Colton Johnson has 8. 6 points for Jack Torrance and 2 for Joseph Maynard. On the other side, 4 different scores for the Panthers. They're being led by Evan Ferguson's 11 points in the first half. 6 points apiece for Tristan Calvert and Nate Honeycutt, and 4 points for Keelan Dalton. The Bees playing pretty well in that first half, and a good note from Noah McKay, who is tuned in every single game except the Van Buren County game. They've trailed by 5 or more points in the first quarter. They've trailed by as many as 6 in this first half so far. They did lead one time in that first half, 25-23, and then 4 straight points by the Panthers before the halftime break puts them on top by 2. Today's game presented by Gentry's Power Equipment, as they are the presenting sponsor of Upperman Basketball all season long. Appreciate them so much for being the presenting sponsor of Upperman Basketball, Upperman Football as well. They're a steel dealer. If you need anything, they'll service you. Go find them on Buffalo Valley Road, Gentry's Power Equipment. Getting ready for the second half in just about 43 seconds here at Mount Juliet. It's been a fun couple of weeks of basketball. Of course, a lot of basketball already this week, a lot of basketball yesterday. How about the high school basketball game of the week presented by Mayberry's Furniture? Man, that one was fun. The Stone Memorial girls, a big win, 84-69 against Pickett County in the first game. And then in the boys' game, it went to overtime. And Stone Memorial was able to beat Pickett County 67-64. Briggs Lau, the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the game, had 7 points in overtime, a steal and a slam to put the exclamation point on it against the Pickett County Bobcats. And we're due for some fun high school basketball games of the week this year, and we hope you tune in for all of them. 27-25 at the break right now. The Panthers 3-2 on the year. The Bees 3-2 on the year. The Bees will be off for a few days before their next game, before they come back home to Baxter and face the Oakland Patriots on Tuesday. That one's sure to be a fun one as well. We hope you tune in for that. We'll have 4 games coming up on Tuesday across the UCR media networks. Of course, Friday and Saturday, we got more basketball coming your way. Pickett County hosting their Thanksgiving Classic, and that'll be on Friday and Saturday. A couple of other games involved in there before we get back into kind of a normal schedule starting next week with 4 games Tuesday, 4 games on Friday as well. Portland in their black away uniforms, Upperman in their home whites. Upperman trailing by 2. We'll start with the basketball first here in the second half. Here in this third-place game, the Mount Juliet Thanksgiving Classic. Glad to have you along in the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. Hit that share button, the like button, and comments along with us. Let us know where you're watching from. Cobb will go over to Torrance on that right side. Torrance drives inside, jumps up, tried to throw it to Maynard, and Torrance ends up back with the basketball. Cobb inside, spots up, and puts it in. We're all knotted up at 27 apiece as Ty Cobb gets his first bucket in the second half, and he's got 11 on the ball game. He's got 50 points through 2 games so far. Beg your pardon, 60 points through 2 games so far here in the Mount Juliet Thanksgiving Classic. 35 in their first game against Webb, 25 yesterday against Tennessee Heat. Here it is to Totten for 3. That one's too strong. Rebound to the Bees. Torrance on that far sideline will give to Bush and around to Cobb. Cobb tries the 3. Ty Cobb, a little too strong. Good rebound by Colton Johnson underneath. He's working on yet another double-double. Torrance the 3. In, out, no good. Rebound underneath for Dalton as he's able to haul it in. Portland basketball all knotted up. It's been a back-and-forth ball game so far. Portland's led by as many as 6 in the first half. Bees have only led by as many as 2. Dangerous pass as Calvert is able to go out and get it towards that half-court line. Now bounces to Ferguson, who gets pushed out of bounds, and a foul's going to be whistled on Joseph Maynard. Just the second personal on Maynard. Been a pretty clean game so far. He's the first player with 2 fouls. First team foul on the Bees here in the second half. 6:38 remaining in this third quarter. Ferguson will throw it in. Cobb picks it off. Ty Cobb will take it himself. Goes up with the right hand and finishes. Sat on the rim for just a second before it finally fell through. Cobb now with 13. Ferguson, baseline drive. Cobb got a hand on it, and now a foul as he got a piece of the arm on the second try after Ferguson was able to get the basketball back. That one's going on Cobb. That's his second personal as well. So the second team foul on the Bees here in the second half. 6:21 to go in the third quarter. 2-point advantage for the Bees, 29-27. Calvert will throw it in. This is Totten with the basketball. Give over to Honeycutt. Honeycutt skips it. Calvert catches. Jabs a couple of times and now looks around. Bounce pass to Ferguson. Here is Honeycutt again with the basketball. 6:07 remaining here in the third quarter. Calvert got loose, lets it fly, and hits. Tristan Calvert hits another. He's got 9 points. It's his first three of the ball game. 30-29, Portland leads by 1 with 5:50 to go here in the third quarter. Bush will set up the offense, a little head fake, and now Torrance into the corner. Maynard as Johnson tries to post up inside. Torrance will bring it around, finds Cobb on the right side, over to Bush. Here is Ty Cobb again. High post kick out, Torrance. 5.5 to go in the third quarter. Cobb catches, he drives, kick out Bush. Downtown three on the way. Right side iron, no. Johnson another offensive board. He'll go up, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Colton Johnson, who lowered the shoulder underneath after the offensive board. So Colton Johnson picks up his second personal. It's the third team foul on the Bees. 5:22 remaining here in the third quarter. They trail by 1, Panther ball. There's Calvert into the corner. Ferguson got loose again. That time he misses, but it's a wide open rebound and a putback for Quentin Totten. And it's his first bucket of the ball game to make it 32-29. Cobb will set up the offense. Now he penetrates inside. Right hand leaner, no. Rebound tipped around and out of bounds. It's going to the Panthers. 4:56 to go on the contest, or in the third quarter, I should say. 50 minutes away from Tennessee Tech in Kentucky on 106.1 The Eagle. Noah McKay is there. He'll have the call. From Rupp Arena, way downtown, Honeycutt. That one misfires. Ferguson tried to haul in the rebound, and Cobb has it for the Bees. Here comes Upperman down by 3. Up to Torrance. He'll drive, stops in a double team. Calvert touches it. I think he got it off of Torrance last, and that is going to be Panther ball going the other way. Great defensive play by Tristan Calvert, who tips it and then throws it off of Torrance and out of bounds. Ryland Case and Lofton Crouch will head to the scores table as they'll get ready to check in with 4:34 to go here in the third quarter. Torrance and Bush are coming off. And the Panthers will have it, and they'll bring it ahead as Quentin Totten will receive the inbounds. Tried to throw it ahead, barely got it to Calvert. Now Honeycutt with it. Stops, Totten drives in. Totten right hand, too strong. And Johnson another rebound for the Bees. Cobb drives, baseline jumper on the way. He got hammered and knocks it down anyways. Ty Cobb will be at the line for 1 for the Sonia Brown of the American Way Real Estate free throw. That foul was whistled on Keelan Dalton, his second. Cobb 6 points in the quarter so far, 15 on the game, and trying to complete the three-point play at the line. Does just that. That'll tie it up at 32 apiece as Gunnar Block is back in now for Joseph Maynard. 4:16 to go here in the third, but a tightly contested one so far. Bees fell to Tennessee Heat yesterday, looking to get back into the win column for their 4th win of the season before hosting the Patriots of Oakland on Tuesday. Here's a touch pass to Totten on the run. No. Dalton tipped the rebound. It's out of bounds, and it's Upperman ball. 4:04 to go here in the third, and the Bees will have it again. The 4-star Ty Cobb Liberty commit will bring it across. There's Johnson at the top of the key. Will hand it off to Crouch. Throws to Cobb in the lane. Dumps it off Johnson down low. Nice shot fake. He'll be fouled hard and earn a trip to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line for 2. That foul's going on Nate Honeycutt as he picks up his second personal. Just the second team foul on Portland here in the second half. 3:47 remaining in the third quarter, and Colton Johnson will be at the stripe for 2. And that first free throw from Johnson a little bit short. Sitting on double-double watch again. He's got 8 points right now. All kinds of rebounds as Crouch is out. Finn Sissom comes back in for the Bees in a tie game. Johnson's second free throw. Hits that one. As he splits a pair, Sonia Brown of the American Way Real Estate free throw line, and the Bees back on top by 1, 33-32. Led by as many as 2 in this game. And almost a turnover there. Nice job by Honeycutt going to the pass to receive it, and he'll be fouled. This one's going to be called on Gunnar Block. His first. Inbound here to Totten up top. He'll try to drive, gets inside, back out to Calvert. He's underneath right baseline, jumps up, somehow got it out to Ferguson. Calvert in the corner will drive, bounce it down low to Dalton. Blocked out of there by Cobb, but the Panthers still with it. Fading away, Calvert tosses it up. No. Rebound, though. Panthers have it as Totten hits the deck, and it's going to be a jump ball call. His feet kind of slipped out from underneath him, and the jump ball will remain with Portland underneath. 33-32, Upperman leads by 1. 3:20 remaining here in the third quarter of this third-place contest of the Mount Juliet Thanksgiving Classic. Tristan Calvert directing some traffic on that baseline side, trying to get the play call set up. Finally got it to go. He'll inbound, throw it into the corner to Honeycutt. Here's Dalton, and around to Ferguson. Doesn't fire it away. Drives in, floater from 15. In and out, no. Rebound tipped around. Totten hauls it in again. And then we've got a foul underneath as Ferguson draws it on Colton Johnson. And that looked like a heck of an acting job by Evan Ferguson underneath. Colton Johnson tagged with his third personal. I mean, that was a tremendous acting job by Evan Ferguson. They called a foul on Colton Johnson underneath the bucket. And Totten will have 2 free throws here. That doesn't even make sense. Totten wasn't even in next to Colton Johnson. But he knocks down the first of 2. Johnson will come off with those 3 personals. Second free throw good for Totten. He's got 4 points. And Portland takes a 1-point lead, 34-33, with 3:09 remaining here in the third. Ty Cobb slowly walks it across the timeline. He'll spot up from downtown and knock it down. The Sonia Brown of the American Way Real Estate 3 from the top of the perimeter as Ty Cobb just steps into a deep ball. Now a bad pass is picked off. Torrance has it over to Cobb. Inside, right hand finishes there. And just like that, the Bees have their biggest lead of the day. And Ty Cobb starting to pour it on here in the third. He had 9 points at halftime. He's already got double figures here in the third. This one picked off by Torrance. Nice job to get up there and deflect that one out. It's going to stay with the Panthers here on the near sideline, though, with 2:35 to play in the third quarter. I mentioned for Cobb, he's got 12 points in the quarter now. 21 on the game. Case is back in there for block, guarding Calvert tightly. Calvert drives, kicks, Ferguson. Hands off to Totten, 2:20 remaining in the third. Totten, the jumper on the way, will not go. Dalton had it stripped free and a foul called on Ryland Case underneath. He thought he got a lot of basketball. I think he did as well, but it's called on him, and he picks up his first. So going to the line is going to be Keelan Dalton. And Noah mentioned how the officials have been suspect here these last couple of days, and especially yesterday. They've been interesting here, especially in this second half. Keelan Dalton knocks down the first of 2 freebies. Second one on the way, and that one misfired. 2:12 to go here in the third. It's a 3-point advantage for the Bees. Here's Cobb driving. He'll be fouled as Dalton got into him with the body a little bit. That is now the third personal on Keelan Dalton as well for the Panthers. 2:04 to go here in the third, and we'll see if they get the sub on. And apparently not. And now they stop it. And they will bring the sub in. This crew has no clue what's going on. Snyder checks in for Ferguson. Inbound to Cobb, and he'll be fouled, and that is now the 4th foul on Keelan Dalton. No clue why Dalton was still in there with 2:04 to play in the third. They say that's his third, but I got him with 4. So just his third personal, and Ty Cobb will be at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line with 2:04 to play here in the third quarter. Cobb misfires on the first, too strong. So now Dalton will come off as Caudle is in for him. Bush comes back in for Rylan Case. Another free throw on the way for Cobb. That one will fall. And Mills will check in for the first time here for the Bees. So back to a 4-point lead as Cobb is able to split a pair from the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. 39-35, 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Evan Brown is back in there for the Panthers. Throws it to Caudle on the far sideline. Makes a tough catch. Push off by Snyder. No call. Stolen away anyways. Torrance has it. Saves it in bounds. Maynard trying to track it in, and Snyder's got it for the Panthers now. Totten spins away from Cobb. Throws it ahead to Brown. Keeps his dribble. Dumps it down low. Caudle underneath. Throws it up. Good job by Mills. And Kingston Mills, who's able to get the rebound and then is fouled. And he's going to be at the line here for 2 shots. That's the 5th team foul on the Panthers. So Kingston Mills, the 6'7" sophomore, will head to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line for a couple of tries in a 4-point ball game with 91 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Knocks down the first. Thompson Machinery and the Cat Rental Store, your one-stop shop for all your dirt machinery and aerial equipment needs. Located at their new facility at 4314 Academy Road in Cookeville. They're a Caterpillar dealer who rents, sells, service, and provide parts. For rental needs, call Lane at 931-267-6380. And to buy, call Lucas at 931-979-5050. 2 good free throws by Kingston Mills at the line. The Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line, and it's a 6-point advantage, 41-35 for the Bees, with 1:24 to play here in the third quarter. On the drive, Totten got underneath, misses. Rebound by Caudle, and he missed it on the way back up, and a foul's going to be called on the Bees underneath. We had a very clean whistle in the first half, and that has, for some reason, changed completely here in the second half. And with 1:14 to go, the official can't make his way off the floor to grab the basketball and will make a fan give it back to him. Interesting. Couldn't walk 15 feet to grab the ball. Caudle will be at the line here for 2. And knocks down the first. Johnson and Crouch are back in for the Bees. Mills and Case will come off. 1:14 remaining in the quarter. Today's game presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. Appreciate them for being the presenting sponsor of Upperman Basketball all season long. Second free throw, no good from Caudle. It's a 5-point lead, 41-36. The Bees have the ball. Crouch on the left wing, gives to Cobb. On that left baseline side, being guarded by Calvert. Rips it around Maynard, penetrates right back to Cobb. Open for 3, flies it away and connects. Ty Cobb from downtown for the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3. And Cobb's huge third quarter continues. Into the corner it goes for the Panthers, now trailing by 8 and turned it over. 39 seconds to go in the quarter and ahead to Cobb. He'll take it inside, throw it up, a hard fall, no call. And Cobb is hurt on his backside. He landed hard, and they will tend to him underneath the basket. Took a hard fall, as it sure looked like he had his legs taken out from underneath him, and I have absolutely no idea how the whistle wasn't blown. So they'll check on him, and while they do, we'll step aside. You're watching Upperman Basketball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Basketball on UCR.
Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer with a huge selection of outdoor power equipment including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
So Cobb makes his way off the floor. And all the action, I didn't even see what happened and why there's free throws here for Tristan Calvert. He missed the first, though, and it's still 44-36. Knocks down the second. I didn't see a technical foul assessed. It must have been an intentional foul on somebody because Bobby McWilliams is still standing. No idea what just happened. Ty Cobb got completely taken out underneath the basket on a drive. No whistle. And now the Panthers have it, down 44-37 with 22 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. These officials have been horrendous in the second half. And as I've heard, they've been pretty darn bad pretty much all week long here at the Mount Juliet Thanksgiving Classic. 8 seconds now in the third. Honeycutt, right wing three on the way. That's a big shot right there and a gift from the officials. Gunner block from half court, cannot get the answer, and it's a 4-point game at halftime as Honeycutt is able to knock down the triple, or not at halftime, at the end of three. Honeycutt knocks down the three. You're watching Upperman Basketball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this 3-bed, 2-bathroom home in the desirable Poplar Point subdivision in Rickman. This home sits on just under an acre with a 2-car garage and over 1,500 square feet of living space. It's the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and get your vehicle serviced by their highly trained professionals. Right now, you can save money on oil changes, regular maintenance, and battery installation. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
Bees lead as we enter the fourth quarter, 44-40. Ty Cobb back out there after taking that hard fall at the end of the third. He gets his extended rest anyways, but definitely not the way you want to see it as he got his legs taken out from underneath him and they didn't blow the whistle for a foul. And then somehow Portland got 2 free throws at the other end and then knocked down a 3 to cut it to 4 points. 44-40, just getting started here in the fourth. Cobb baseline J, missed it a little bit short, but he gets his own rebound. He's still got it. He's with it. Torrance and around the bush. And Upperman will have another possession here. Here's Maynard on a baseline drive, cut off, and a foul called on Nate Honeycutt as he'll pick up his third personal. And the first foul here in the fourth quarter called on the Panthers. Third place game here in the Mount Juliet Thanksgiving Classic. Glad to have you along on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. A lot of people tuning in. We appreciate you. Today's game presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. Cobb inside, has it knocked free. And that one is called a foul. Evan Brown will pick up his first, and Ty Cobb will be at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. 29 seconds into this fourth quarter. Cobb sitting on 25 points. He had 16 in the third quarter alone. He knocks down the first free throw there. Second free throw, good again. 27 on the day for Ty Cobb, back to a 6-point lead for the Bees, 46-40, just underway here in the fourth. Ferguson will give to Totten at the half-court line. Totten picks up, tosses over. Here is Calvert now with the basketball for the Panthers. He'll give off. Brown open, flies it. Brown way off the mark, and Cobb's got the air ball rebound. All the way ahead to Maynard. He gets tied up by Caudle. And it's back to the Panthers. Inside, Calvert kicks to Totten, steps out. Ferguson open for a three try. That one's no good. Rebounds, Torrance able to haul it in and find Sissom. Sissom now running the floor for the Bees. And knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Bees. Oh, my goodness. You say it's thrown out of bounds by Finn Sissom. And so it'll be Panther basketball with 6:53 to go here in the fourth. I don't know what happened at halftime in the official locker room. But these three guys are not having a good second half. 6:36 to go here in the fourth. Calvert the turnaround jumper no. And the rebound to Maynard. Torrance can't handle the pass and it'll go out of bounds. Turnover by the Bees. We'll give it right back to the Panthers with 6:26 to play. Panther ball down by 6. 46-40 the lead for the Bees. This Mount Juliet Thanksgiving Classic third place game. Calvert wraps it along the baseline, got it out to Totten. Totten creates some separation, back out to Calvert on the perimeter. Underneath, finds Ferguson in the corner, can't fire it off. He'll drive, cut off, and he traveled. Be a turnover by the Panthers. We'll go the other way. Crouch will check in here for Finn Sissom. Bush, Cobb, Torrance, Maynard, and Crouch, the five on the floor for Upperman. 5:59 remaining here in the contest. They lead by 6. Here is Maynard on the top of the key. Throws it right side to Bush. Now inside, Cobb gets away from Calvert. He'll go up and lay it in for 2. And the Bees have their biggest lead of the day at 8. Again, 48-40. And Ty Cobb now with 29 points. He's a point away from another 30 ball. On the other end, Ferguson, 3. That one's too hard off the window. Maynard's got the rebound for the Bees. They'll push. Good bounce pass up to Torrance. Comes to a stop. He slipped for a second as he tried to come to a jump stop. He'll be fouled and be put at the line. The Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line as the foul is whistled on Evan Brown. That's his second personal. The team's third with 5:28 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Jack Torrance will be at the stripe for 2 shots. His first one is good. 9-point lead, biggest of the game. The South Willow Auto Clinic, your hometown auto doctors. Family owned and operated for over 4 decades. The South Willow Auto Clinic services all makes and models. Stop in at 640 South Willow Avenue for all your auto repair needs. 2 good free throws, and it's a 10-point lead now for Jack Torrance and the Upperman Bees, as Torrance is able to hit them both from the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. Totten steps through, knocked around, Crouch keeps it in, and the Bees have it. Bush to Torrance. Slows it down, right back to Bush. On the left wing, here's Torrance again. 5:08 to go in the ball game. Cobb will catch on the right wing now. Crouch. Here's Maynard. Torrance catches into the corner. Lofton Crouch wide open, flies it away. Too strong. Cobb, the offensive board. Nobody contested him for it. He'll go back up, missed it, got the board, and puts it up and in for 2. And the Bees lead by 12, and it's a quick cash pawn timeout taken by Upperman with 4:47 to play here in the fourth quarter. And it is going to be a full timeout. We'll step aside. You're watching Upperman Basketball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network.
Tennessee Tech Golden Eagles going to get started in about 27 minutes over on 106.1 The Eagle. Tune in with Noah McKay. They'll take on the Kentucky Wildcats live from Rupp Arena coming up at 6 o'clock. The Upperman Bees trying to finish off a win here. They're up by 12. They have outscored the Panthers here in the fourth quarter to open it up 8 0. 4:47 remaining here in the fourth quarter. It was a 4-point game, 44-40, as the Panthers were able to get a gift from the officials with 2 free throws and then knock down a 3 at the end of the third quarter after they were trailing by 8, and now they're down by 12. Panthers trying to find something out of the quick cash pawn timeout taken by the Bees, so it was a full timeout. Pass stolen away by Lofton Crouch inside. He's given some really good minutes today off the bench for the Bees. Here's Colton Johnson, still on double-double watch. He's got 8 points and had all 8 of those very early on in the game. Hadn't been able to find 2 since. Actually, he's got 9 points. He had a free throw since then. Here's Maynard with a basketball. We'll give it around to Case. Now Cobb drives inside. Ty Cobb off the window and good for 2 more. It's a 14-point lead, and Ty Cobb has himself another 30 ball. Here is Brown underneath. Wow, that's a nice finish. Spins it off the window and in. And Evan Brown, his first bucket of the ball game, makes it 54-42. Cobb with a defender behind him, brings it ahead. He takes it inside. He'll be fouled and finish again. Ty Cobb has completely taken over this basketball game in the second half. As that foul is whistled on Keelan Dalton, his 4th. Cobb, another score at the line now for 1 free throw to complete a 3-point play with 3:53 to go. It's a 14-point advantage. And now 15. Good from the Sonia Brown of the American Way Real Estate free throw line. Stick around for the Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store post-game show. The Bees on top by 15. They started this quarter up by 4. Here's Dalton inside, tried to dump it off to Honeycutt, and it's out of bounds. It'll be Bee basketball the other way. Ty Cobb, he had 9 points at halftime. At the end of 3:25, it has just completely taken over here in the fourth. He already has 11 points in the fourth quarter and 36 on the ball game. 3:27 to go. Here is Maynard. Inside Johnson. He's looking for another double-double, creating some space, and he finishes through the foul. Colton Johnson will be at the line for 1, and he is into double figures with that good bucket. He'll take a trip to the Sonia Brown of the American Way Real Estate free throw line. That is the 5th foul, I believe, on Keelan Dalton. It is. So Bush and Carmine Phillips is going to get set to check in for the first time for the Bees, as Dalton will come off and he fouls out of the game. Johnson at the line for 1 free throw. Missed it short. Panther basketball trailing by 17 with 3:16 to go. At the other end, Totten puts it up and in for 2. He's got 6 points on the game. 59-44. The Bees completely dominant here in the fourth quarter. This was a 4-point game at the start of the fourth, 44-40. Now with 3 minutes to go, it's a 15-point lead. Here's Bush in the corner for a 3-ball. No good. It was a little bit short, and Totten will now try to push. Mentioned Carmine Phillips. He is out there. Yeah, that's right. Carmine Phillips is playing basketball. He's out there on the floor right now for the Bees. Here's Brown in the corner. Gets it out to Totten. Nice shot fake down low. 1 more pass into the corner. Calvert 3-ball. No good. And Phillips has the rebound. He'll throw it ahead. Here's Maynard. Maynard takes it on the run and puts it up and in. Just his second field goal of the game. And it's 61-44. Honeycutt underneath. And picked off by Bush. Good defensive play there by Collier Bush. And gives it ahead to Phillips. Gives to Maynard underneath. Dumps it off to Johnson. Couldn't handle it. Bush able to get there in time, though. And now Cobb with the basketball. Didn't know there was a defender behind him. And a foul's going to be called anyways. So Nate Honeycutt is tagged with his 4th personal. And that is 5 team fouls on the Panthers. So this will be 2 free throws for Ty Cobb at the Sonia Brown, the American Way Real Estate free throw line. And I think that's 5 personals on Honeycutt it is. So Honeycutt and Dalton foul out. Sebring will check in for the Panthers. Mills will come in for the Bees as well. And Cobb's first free throw is good. Maynard comes off. Mills is in. Drayden Allen will get set to check in for Ty Cobb after this second free throw, with 2:06 remaining. And he's able to get it to go. So Ty Cobb will come out. Another great ball game for him. 13 points in the fourth quarter, and he finishes with 38 in the ball game. 63-44, up by 19, and a steal for the Bees. Ahead it goes to Phillips. Phillips goes up with the right, cannot get the finish. Johnson the rebound again, and he will finish with another foul. 65-44. It's a 21-point advantage for the Bees, and Johnson will be at the line for one more. 13 points in the ball game for Colton Johnson, and I think I can safely say it's another double-double for Colton Johnson as well. I don't have the rebounding numbers, but he's been really good inside rebounding the basketball. It'll be his fourth double-double of the season, and he's at the Sonia Brown of the American Way Real Estate free throw line for one. In and out, no. Struggled a little bit today from the stripe, 1 for 4, but still playing a pretty good game. 1:47 to go. Just 4 points in the quarter for the Panthers. This was a 4-point game at the end of 3, 44-40. The Bees have piled it on here in the fourth. 1:34 to go, and the weak side rebound back up and in for the Panthers in the newly checked in Wyatt Napier. So Napier gets a bucket, his first of the ball game. Johnson on the drive, 2 more. He's got 6 in the quarter. 67-46, 1:11 to play. Brown backs it up, tries to drive, and barreling into a defender, and a blocking foul is going to be called here on the Bees. And Drayden Allen picks it up. Looked like pretty good defense. Johnson comes off, gutter block comes on. And Colton Johnson will come out of this game with 15 points. There's a kick out into the corner, 3 on the way. It's good. Wyatt Napier knocks it down. Block. Gives now to Dawson Mullins, who was in there for the Bees. Over to Phillips on that right wing side. Back to Mullins. Looking inside Mills. Mills trying to step through the defense, puts it up, but he traveled. Wave off the bucket. It'll be Panther basketball after the turnover. 67-49, Bees on top with 37 seconds to play. Into the corner, here's Napier. He's got 5 points off the bench. Give him 7, he's got 2 more. All right, Napier's come on, and he's pretty much the whole offense here in the fourth quarter. Allen for 3. Ring it up. Drayden Allen knocks down the Sonia Brown of the American Way Real Estate triple. And it's 70-51 here in the fourth with 11 seconds to play. Underneath, kick out, 1 more into the corner. Napier, another 3 ball. Man, they got to start playing this kid. He hits in the corner, and Wyatt Napier has a huge fourth quarter, as that is the final score. 70-54, Upperman wins. They take third place here in the Mount Juliet Thanksgiving Classic, as Wyatt Napier does hit the 3 and finishes with 10 points all in the fourth quarter. We welcome you into the Thompson Machinery and Cattle Rental Store post-game show. Today's broadcast has been presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. Another great day for Ty Cobb. Finishes with 38 points. He had 8 at halftime. Joseph Maynard, 4 points in the contest. 8 points for Collier Bush. Jack Torrance had 8 points. Colton Johnson finishes with 15 and another double-double for Colton Johnson. Off the bench, Kingston Mills had 2, and Drayden Allen knocked down a 3. The other side for the Panthers, Tristan Calvert has 10 points. 2 points for Evan Brown, 11 for Evan Ferguson. All of those came in the first half. 9 points for Nate Honeycutt. 1 point for Will Caldwell. 6 points for Quentin Totten. Keelan Dalton, the leading scorer, finishes with 5 points in the ball game for the Panthers and 10 for Wyatt Napier. The Bees improve to 4-2 on the season. The Panthers fall to 3-3. The Bees will host Oakland coming up on Tuesday next week. Few days off for them before they are back in Baxter and back at home to take on the Oakland Patriots. The Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the game is indeed Ty Cobb. 38 points in the ball game, only had 9 of them at halftime. Huge second half. The Bees only led 44-40 at the end of 3. Huge fourth quarter from Ty Cobb and Colton Johnson, and they dominate their way to a fourth quarter and a ball game victory in their 4th win of the season. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the game goes to Ty Cobb. That'll wrap us up here in the Thompson Machinery and Cattle Rental Store post-game show. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Today's broadcast has been presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. Over on 106.1 The Eagle, Noah McKay will have broadcast coverage coming up in about 7 minutes for Kentucky and Tennessee Tech men's basketball. That'll be a fun ball game to tune into. Noah McKay will have broadcast coverage of it. Thank you so much for tuning in for this one. I'm Jacob Vincent saying so long. The Lady Bees and Bees, 3rd place in the Mount Juliet Thanksgiving Classic.